Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my podcast, Suchitra's Life, and you're listening to me, Suchitra. And today, today's episode is not going to be a structured one. Like, usually, I would have my script written beforehand, and that helps me to, not get lost in whatever content that I'm delving deep into. So I'd like having a script at hand always, like the key points, the key summary, or what I experienced or what I felt. It really helps, not to lose track of my thoughts. But I think, yeah, today's episode is just going to be a chatty one. Like, we'll be talking about random things because I realize sometimes I do need to talk about things other than just books and art and other stuff. So, yeah, this episode, feel free to skip because, like I said, there's no structure to it. So, what I've been thinking lately is okay, by the way, today is the last day of this quarter, like the first quarter of 2025 is over. And by the way, happy Eid to everyone out there. Stay blessed. And yesterday was Ugadi, so belated Ugadi wishes to everybody out there. So, back to my rant. So, lately I've been thinking about this. So, in January, I've kind of like wrote down the things that I'd like to see myself doing in this year. So, I'd like to maybe reflect on that a little bit. So, when I sat down on 31st December 2024 and I asked myself, okay, what do I actually want to focus on in 2025? And I came up with, certain things in each category of health, wealth, relationships, and career. I've written some, well, I don't know if I could call those goals because they kind of like keep changing, keep evolving a little bit. But yeah, I've written down like an overall idea of what I want my 2025 to turn out to be. The first thing I wrote was um, to get good at my job, the full-time job that I have. I really want to good at it. Really want to get good at it. So I wrote down some things and some areas where I need to focus on, especially learning a software that is related to my job. And that was my career and stuff. Health wise, I wrote down that I kind of like need to build my stamina, my physical strength. This is like I'm generic. I'm saying all this like the core idea that I wrote down in each category. Um, Health, career, wealth. Okay, wealth wise, I was like, I am not sure what kind of business that I want to get into if ever I want to have like a side business going on. I had some thoughts, but I so far I haven't taken any action because I am kind of drawn to art and I'm focusing a bit on that. And relationship wise, well, yeah, I really am looking forward still to get together with my partner and move into our own space and all of that, get married and nice cozy place we'll be staying together. Okay, so these were like my overall idea as to what my 2025 would turn out for me, like hypothetically speaking. So I think each quarter I'd like to do this reflection to look back and say, okay, I've done certain things and I haven't. First thing is I did stick to my habit of drawing something every day, creating a bit of art every day. So when I say every day, I have my sketchbook where I've written out dates like from 1st to 31st of March on, on pages, and I've kept them. But sometimes when you sit down to draw, sometimes you end up sketching more than 3 pages, that is more than 3 days of work. Or some days you're not sketching or drawing anything, but when you sit down to sketch and draw again, you're filling up all those blank pages in the middle. So at the end of the month I make sure that I've on those blank pages I've drawn something, I've painted something, I've sketched something. So it's like every month I make sure I set up a sketchbook with by writing dates on the blank pages, so that it's kind of like a signal to my brain that you know what, you'll be doing all this, you'll be filling it up and all. So Jan and Feb went in the playful drawing and sketching, so I wasn't following anything in particular. If I saw a Google image and if I liked it, I would draw. If I found something on Pinterest that was interesting, I would draw. Sometimes I would draw from my imagination and all of that, but I hadn't had like a curriculum or something that I told I'll be following it. But I think that's going to change now because I found an interesting book called Everyone Can Draw by Kateri Ewing. So in it, I started with a couple of exercises. So the mediums that she's covering is I think charcoal, ink, and color pencil. So I thought, okay, well, let me get started on this. And I've done a couple of exercises and they're good. So I'm planning to, if you say that I've started like something formal, then yeah, I'm looking forward to completing the exercises in that book, um, while also doing my playful sketches, like draw whatever comes to my mind and paint and do stuff like that. And after, like, I have an idea as to, like, after I'm done with the book, like I mentioned in one of my earlier podcasts about a website called Draw a Box. So whatever drawings that I'm doing right now, when I look back and see, I kind of know where I'm falling short. Like my perspective drawing, it just is like no matter how hard I try, it's not like happening. So it looks like I need some formal formal material to follow in that area, especially the perspective drawing. And yeah, I think after the book and after completing those exercises, I'll be going back and starting draw a box challenge. I am so nervous because it's it's not easy. It's just, it already looks like so much work, but I'll work on it. And I've also seen like many people start the challenge and they don't like see through the end of it because they just drop and life happens and stuff. So I don't know. I do want to give it a shot. So I'll let you know, guys, how it goes. But yeah, I think I'm happy that I'm kind of like drawing a lot this year because I was able to complete a couple of sketchbooks that were lying around like for so long. And I thought, okay, I might never really complete these sketchbooks. But guess what? I finished or I filled up two of my sketchbooks. One is A5 and one is A6. And yeah, I think I really like filling up sketchbooks. So I might do that more, even more in future. But yeah, so coming to art, these are the things that I was up to. And a career wise, I wanted to get decent at a software. It's called Articulate. It's an e-learning related software, but I don't really have, like, I have, what do I say? I started participating in an e-learning challenge every month. So so far I've submitted like three e-learning challenges, but among those three, the one that I submitted for March is something that I've already used in the past. So I just thought, okay, the project that I did back then is good. So I just resubmitted it. I didn't do anything new. So for the first quarter, I would say like the progress is pretty pretty negligible. So I'll have to pick it up in the second quarter, especially the software, because I don't know why I was resisting learning it. But I think once I get into the flow, I'll just get deep into it. I know that for sure. Well, yeah, in the coming quarter, I guess that would be my focus, learning the software to get really good at it. And then, okay, that was like career and a bit of creativity that I covered. Health. Well, I guess I've already mentioned this. So last year, I did join a fitness studio, but then I ended up like, I don't know, it just was a lot for my back. And I think, I mean, I guess I was doing it correctly, all the exercises, the Zumba, and all of that. But I think after like 10 classes or so, my back gave up on me. So I didn't go back to the fitness studio. But I'm starting slowly, like I do walk and do stretches. Maybe I could do a bit more in the second quarter. So yeah, that was it for my health. I don't really like mm, I don't eat outside food or junk food or something, so I'm good in that aspect. I'm trying to include more fruits and dry fruits and movement into my day, because again it's a desk job, so you'll have to like include a lot of movement in your life consciously, because sitting for long, it's not gonna help. Nope. So that was like health, career, relationship. Yeah, relationship is like good, thank God. So yeah, I think when I get married, I'll do an episode with my husband. I mean, even I can do it now. We'll see. And wealth creation business ideas, like, I am not sure. I'm not sure what sort of business I'd like to have for myself. I haven't really gone too far in that area, but yeah, right now I'm like, these were the things, and some things that I'm doing are working out for me, some things aren't. Well, the thing is, I truly wanted to showcase my work. Like in earlier of my podcast, I did review the book Show Your Work. So that's, that the gist of the book is like, just put your work out there. Just, let people see it, see the process. So yeah, and I think that's when I kind of like took that advice a bit seriously, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use social media as a tool to showcase my work. And that's why I pretty much got onto Instagram. I'm a little active now. But yeah, that also has its own downsides, that sometimes you are just like spending too much of time on it, which is not good. You can just show your work, show your processes, and shut it down. So that is an area that has come up for me, that sometimes it's just too, what do we say, it sucks you, like sucks your attention, energy, and all of that. So that is an area that has come up for me when I just sat and reflected. So yeah, I think the first quarter, mm, I'm doing okay. I am like, I'm doing good actually. Maybe because I just feel confident now that I filled up like a couple of sketchbooks. I feel like, okay, I always had this in me. Why didn't I do it? But yeah, I guess unless and until I see it in my to-do list, I don't think I would take things seriously. I don't know. So I make sure that, in my journal, in my bullet journal, I include, making art as like a habit that I'm tracking. So, oh yeah, I mean, my bullet journal, it also helps me to stay on track. Like I don't track too many habits. I only have 5. Yeah, just 5 habits. Like, did I do stretches or not? Did I meditate? Which unfortunately I'm not doing, but I still write it there. Stretches, exercise. Am I reading something every day? Am I doing deep work? So deep work, when I say deep work, it could mean uh, undistracted office work, or undistracted reading, undistracted anything. It could be where you're not like constantly distracted and doing it, but just you get into the flow state. So that is like deep work for me. I track that. I'd like to see if I'm able to get something done without any distractions or not. So yeah, I track that. So just few habits, and of course the art habit. Yeah. So these were some things, these were some reflections I've had from my life. And yeah, I hope you guys also like take some time to just reflect on this quarter. I know it's, people set goals only on 1st Jan and don't really go back and look at those, but I think it helps when we look at them. Like, I think, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? I think on Saturday. Yeah, I think on Saturday I was in this webinar, a free webinar that was conducted by Ali Abdal, where he, shared like, it's like a spring reset. That's what the webinar's name is, by the way. It's called Spring Reset, where you sit back and think of the past quarter. So I think, yeah, I did that, and I got some insights into myself. So yeah, I think let's make the best of the upcoming quarter, and then hopefully we'll sit down and have a chit chat like this. Make sure you know send me a message as to what were your goals and if you were able to achieve them, or how are you gonna do it now in the upcoming quarter. So until next time, take care. Bye bye.